last forever. When we give heart to heart.
Well, Mary Potter always said, where there is a need, there is your mission. So for the sisters, they would identify the needs of the people that they were called to serve. And so we would respond to the need. And in my meeting with him, he said to me, I think we need to do a cath lab and start doing a cardiac program. And I said, but Dr. Lou, we are a small community hospital. He said, yes, you can be small, but you can be great.
Little Company today has developed an incredibly good reputation, not only just as a hospital in general, but specific for its cardiovascular care.
We were the first hospital to do the first cardiac cath in LA County, as well as the first pacemaker, and so we're very proud of that legacy here, and that was one of the first things that attracted me.
Little Company and Mary, the focus is patient care is first. It goes back to why the hospital was built.
So I think that constant interaction, exchange of ideas. We have conferences twice a week here where we talk about patients, talk about approaches, just to make sure everyone's on the same page. And so I think that check where you literally leave your egos at the door and do what's best for the patient, I think it's a unique thing here, and that applies to the surgeons, that applies to the cardiologists.
The culture here at this hospital is different than other hospitals. They've built a legacy of helping the poor and vulnerable.
I think it's critical that you deal with them with compassion and with heart, and that you look after their well-being.
I recognize that when patients come in, they're vulnerable, they're scared, and it's an opportunity to not just take care of them for their health and well-being, but spiritually, emotionally, really make a difference in their life. And it's not something everybody gets to do, so it's an honor, honestly, to be able to do that for them.
I just really liked the relationships and the way people work together in the hospital, and I wanted to be a part of it.
It's every day you go home with satisfaction.
I see the community coming through our doors every day, and I'm grateful to be here.
I now realize how wonderful everybody worked as a team together, and the love they had for me as a patient and as a human being. And the process of saving one's life and trying to restore it, it couldn't have been better.
I was just so impressed that you could find out what was wrong with me, and the way you went about it just impressed me so very much. And Dr. Poe did such a wonderful job.
He did a great job.
And he was so kind to my family, as were you. All of that makes for a patient to want to give back.
Many people don't realize it, but 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there is an interventional cardiologist who is within minutes of the hospital, prepared on a moment's notice to come in and be in that cath lab and save a life. And when that person comes in, you know, they need to have the best equipment, the best support staff in order to keep our community safe.
And those are the things that create a center of excellence. It's bringing the collaboration together, whether it's the pre and post area, the patient, the cath lab, the CVOR, all those inner workings come together to be a center of excellence.
It is the heart of what we do, what we live for as humans, and it's really the essence of dignity and respect and compassion for one another.
If there's a procedure that's going to help you live longer and make you feel better and is less invasive, it should be available to you, and that's why I wanted to be a part of a group that's going to have that available for our patients.
What we've got now is a case where we have world-class physicians and surgeons, and we need to make sure that we give them equally world-class tools and facilities to be able to carry out their work.
We just really appreciate that technology changes quickly, and the opportunity to do a better job is always on the horizon, and it's really important to us to be able to innovate and offer the very, very latest and the very, very best possible care we can right here in our community.
I mean, this is planning ahead in a smart, thoughtful way. By the end of my tenure here, I still want this hospital to be on top, and we want to give the best care that's out there, not just in Los Angeles area, but anywhere in the country.
And that's really what the campaign is all about, is trying to go from great to awesome, to be able to have all of those resources for our doctors to really perform at a level that no one's seen in the community. And we fully expect to get there.
Cardiology is such a cool field, such a great, practice that literally we're I think one of the few fields that we're just developing new technology day in and day out.
It's a combination of those efforts in prevention and at the same time the ability of the heart-to-heart program to help support the development of highest technologies for my colleagues who are interventional cardiologists and cardiothoracic surgeons. That is what I think the future of medicine really holds.
Many years have passed, times have changed, but the work continues on, right?
Absolutely.
God's work. Yeah.
The Sisters of Little Company of Mary and the Sisters of Providence came to this community to build a legacy, to provide the best medical care in this community and beyond, and they have achieved that. It is up to us now.
I got involved in the Heart to Heart campaign because as a board member, we look for ways to get ourselves involved with specific projects, and this one had particular importance to me because of a procedure that my father had to go through, and he had to go out of the area in order to make that happen. And so when the opportunity came up for the Heart to Heart campaign, I said, this resonates with me very well. It's an opportunity for us to create a world-class facility here in the South Bay so that other families that go through what ours did don't have to go through the effort of being out of the area at a trying time.
We were delighted when you decided to go ahead and accept to be the honorary chair for the campaign. I think that was terrific.
That I truly believe in because I'm a very grateful patient.
We really need philanthropy now more than ever before in order to make these services available to our community.
A hospital is a great place to donate to because when it's an emergency, you're going to want those services to be the best services that are available to you. You want the best physicians and you want the best staff in there.
I would say if you have it to give, by all means do, because they certainly give it back to you.
I wish I had a checkbook that I could write a check for whatever it is you need. I really, truly do.
Little Company of Mary is a wonderful place, and we should all help support it so it can be as fine as possible.
If you're hearing this for the very first time, I would encourage you to get involved. Whether you're a patient of the hospital or a family member of a patient, whether you're involved in our community, whether you are a foundation member or involved with a corporation, when you get involved, you'll be able to make a very big difference in our community and help save lives.
With a gift that lasts forever. When we give heart to heart.